So Penny Leff and Roberta Almerez are the founders of Penra Pottery. They make functional tableware. Penny makes mostly wheel-thrown functional wares, while Roberta hand builds and paints. Roberta also teaches ceramics. Where's your guys' studio?
Our studio?
I'm mostly a kitchen table artist, but I'm affiliated with Allied Ceramic Arts Institute in Fair Oaks.
Okay.
So I do my firing, I do my dipping, I do all that there. I do my hand building and my hand painting I do right here. At my
And
I love it.
I actually, I have a regular job working on a computer a lot at UC Davis. And so where I worked was the UC Davis Crafts Center, which was wonderful, but it closed down in March. So I haven't actually been able to make things for a long time. So I'm taking a break right now and hoping to be setting up our own studio very soon right here.
Nice, nice.
Well, still working. She's on it.
It's funny, this question here says, describe a typical or not so typical day in your studio. And I think we kind of got there, but so what are you guys working on right now?
No, this is for you, baby.
I've been focusing on my glaze work, and I've been making a lot of soap dishes, which have a quick turnaround time. They're small and they can easily fit into the kiln. And so I get them back really quick. If I make something large, it could be weeks before I get it back. So the small things let me experiment with my glazes and let me see how things work together. Because like the other potter said, glazing is really important and a real hair-pulling event. So let me see, I can show you. Here's one. These are the things I've been working on. This is a soap dish, and then here's another one. Different glazes have different personalities, so it's kind of fun.
Yeah, so it sounded like COVID-19 has really thrown a wrench into your guys' sort of production.
Also in our presentation.
But has it changed anything in terms of like what your subject matter is or what you're thinking about?
Yes, COVID of course shut down the studio that I got to work in, but what we've been excited about is actually putting our things on Facebook and on our website. And we set up a website, and we're penrapottery.weebly.com, and so we got to learn to put up our inventory there and promote. And Roberta's been doing all these awesome videos as part of the Sacramento Open Studios. So why don't you talk about the videos a little bit?
Well, those have been a nightmare, I have to say.
This is a foreign language for us.
Yeah, all of a sudden we're learning how to edit and using which program to use, and we don't have friends who have those skills, so everything we do is a hunt and peck method, and having to redo those. But we struggled along, and now we even have a YouTube channel where we put all our videos, and for ACAI I teach as well, and we're experimenting with teaching ceramics online. So I don't know how that works, but we've done a few videos in that regard. And then I also threw in a pizza making video while we were there. But might as well do one of those too. So
is pizza a specialty for you?
Pizza is because it uses the same, you're molding clay. And when I ask the kids, like, you shape the clay just like you would a pizza, and they're like, oh, how do you do that? The only pizza they get is from Trader Joe's. So I try to encourage them to, do more of that kind of thing, like pie crust and pizzas are very similar skills in terms of kneading and shaping the dough.
Of course, Roberta's also a great chef, so she cooks and bakes and makes preserves and preserves pickles, and I grow pickles and she cans them up, and you know, I do the gardening and she preserves it. So we do other things in between. But she's also teaching at Allied Ceramic Arts.
Yeah.
So
yeah, I'm still actively teaching there. We have them, everyone is separated. We have to wear a mask and keep our social distance, but we've actually continued to have classes and membership.
that's in Fair Oaks. It's a studio where people can still right now take beginning will throwing or hand building classes. They have classes for children, or they have adult family classes. So it's kind of cool there.
So those are actually in-person classes that you guys are able to still participate in.
Yes, I was surprised, but yes, still working.
Very small groups, everybody wears a mask, everybody's social distanced, but they're able to put people at the correct distance and offer the classes. So it's pretty neat.
That is pretty neat. So let's talk a little bit about your influences. What influences or inspires your guys' work?
I'm inspired by nature mostly, and just life. And you know, the alchemical process of clay, you know, you're dealing with fire, and fire is also life, and it's ancient and universal. Pottery, I think, started spontaneously in like about 4 or 5 different continents, and a lot of the techniques are similar.
And I'm a functional potter, and I really appreciate just the physical energy of making things and learning the skills. And I've been lucky enough to both work at the studio where there's a lot of really good potters I've learned from. So I love making things that are functional, and I really appreciate when people say they come back next year. We do craft fairs a lot, or we did before COVID, and we really miss that, meeting people and selling in person. But it was exciting when somebody'd come back and say, oh, I got one of your cups last year and I use it every day. And that's just an exciting feeling to make things that people do use every day. So that's a really cool part of it for me.
Yeah, that's edifying, right? To know that people like the things that you're putting your time and effort into and your heart and soul.
Yeah.
Tell us about your Potters group, Art by Fire.
Art by Fire is a really great group of potters that I've learned a lot from. And they've been around Sacramento for more than 30 years. And they do shows. They usually do a fall show in October and at the Shepherd's Art Garden Center, and another one, a second sale, which is real popular in January. And both of these shows are not happening this year. The fall show in October isn't happening, and we've just decided probably, most likely, not to do the second sale either at the Shepherd's Art and Garden Center, but the group is still promoting. The group has a website, Art by Fire Sacramento. We have a Facebook page. We're promoting the individual members. There's about 60 members you can find on the website, and go to everybody's individual website, see their work, go to their Facebook pages. We're promoting everybody in the group on the Facebook page. And Dania is part of the group, and so a lot of the other potters that are in this Sacramento Arts, Sacramento Open Studio are also members. So I've learned a lot from them. They're the inspiration.
And are you guys having any kind of online meetups or conversations?
Yeah, we get together every month or so and do show and tell
The
and
board does.
show, but also the members. We're going to start doing it with all the members now
Oh.
too, where everybody talks to each other. We've got a Facebook group where people meet and chat and exchange techniques and tell each other about shows and classes and things. So it is a wonderful group. I'd encourage everybody to join. Any potters that are looking for community. Art by Fire Sacramento used to be called Sacramento Potters Group, and it's really got history for 30 years, mixture of functional potters and ceramic artists.
Glass.
And glass. Now it is glass and metal artists also. So anybody that does their work by fire, and it is a great community. So hope you can check us out. And we're definitely going to be part of the Sacramento Artists, Sacramento Studio Live. We've learned how to do Facebook Live. We're going to be out there Saturday, Sunday, showing. Roberta's going to do some demos.
You're going to do some demos. We have some friends coming over. We're going to talk about succulents and pots. She customizes her pots to the succulent. So that should be interesting.
We'll be interviewing.
Oh, that is really cool. I've recently taken up growing plants again for the first time in a long time. And I've really enjoyed that merging of pots and the plants themselves.
Oh, we need to tune in.
One of our friends, Robin, who's a potter, will be interviewing at the on the live the Facebook thing, and she makes her pots for succulents, and she knows in advance what plant is going to go best in this pot. So that's really a talent. She can talk about which plant goes in which size of pot, which is cool.
Yeah. I recently commissioned a pot for a plant that a friend gave me, so I know how that goes. That's awesome. So just want to recap, people can visit your website, Penra Pottery. They can, oh, perfect. I love it. At weebly.com, Facebook, Penra Pottery, and then you can email
Roberta.
Rose. Okay, and Roberta's email. All right. Thank you guys. It was nice to meet you. Have a great weekend.
You too.
Don't do anything, Belinda.